Okay. Well, you mentioned opinion polls. That's one way of measuring opinions. We've got another one to talk about now. During Gordon Brown's speech, we've been inviting web users to give us their emotional reaction to what the PM had to say, word by word. This is all done via a system called MindTracker. You can join in by going to skynews.com now and clicking on the link. To explain more exactly how this works, Gordon Brown's speech went down with the web audience. The company's director, Michael Johnson, joins us now from our London studio. Now, just take us through this, Michael. What sort of response have you had so far, and did the graph go up or down?
Well, it's been really exciting because we've had almost over 5,000 people already who've taken the survey. You go on the site, you answer a couple of questions, say your sex and your age and that kind of thing, and then go ahead and watch Gordon Brown's speech. And while you're watching, you use an interactive scale, and that enables you for us to get a moment-by-moment kind of gut reaction to how you're perceiving it.
OK, well, let's give an example of this, shall we? Let's look at how they responded, they being our audience, to Gordon Brown's praise for Harriet Harman. Here we go.
From my heart, thank you for what you do. And we will back you in the second task you've taken on, to ensure there is no place for the British National Party in the democratic politics of our country.
OK, you can see how the graph went up there at the end. Now, compare this with this little extract we've got here. This is a section on MPs' expenses. Here's how our viewers responded to that when they were tested by this system.
But there are some who let our country down. And never again should a Member of Parliament be more interested in the value of their allowances than the values of their constituents.
Another positive response there, Michael. So this is measuring as we go along. Now, we've done this with clips today. Would you hope to be able to do this as a live function on television or on a webcast at some point in the future?
Well, of course, during the next election, I think this is going to be really useful because, as we saw in America in the last presidential election, this was used an awful lot to find out how people felt about the town hall debates, the political broadcasts, all that kind of thing. So, and in a way, it's almost focus groups for 97, and mind tracking is going to be the next tool that politicians can use in the next election.
Do you think mind tracking, though, necessarily turns into the way people vote when it comes to putting a cross on a bit of paper?
Well, it's hard to say, but I mean, I think we'll find out tomorrow because we have a really interesting set of results coming out. The line you've just seen is the average so far, but we're going to be able to split that out between your political affiliation and find out whether, when centre-ground people swing towards liking what Gordon's saying or going towards what the Tory line might say, we'll be able to see whether male or female like it. So it really gets kind of under the skin of what people are saying, rather than just asking a single question afterwards.
Sure. I was just going to ask you, I don't know if you've managed to crunch the data yet. Did you get any kind of male-female split on approval today?
Well, if everyone goes back to skynews.com/rate the leader tomorrow around midday, we should have all of those things up there for people to see.